there's a division, a complete division of Nigerian armed forces. When I was governor, it happened like that. Just within 50 yards, several people were killed. Nothing happened.
Nigeria's Senate has called for an urgent and thorough investigation into the recent wave of violence in Plateau State. Following a deadly attack in Anguwan Rukuba, a community in Jos North local government area where no fewer than 28 people lost their lives. Lawmakers directed the Inspector General of Police, Tunji Disu, to immediately launch a full-scale probe into the incident and ensure those responsible are brought to justice. In addition, the Senate resolved to send a high-powered delegation led by Senate President Godswill Akpabio to sympathize with grieving families and assess the situation firsthand. The resolutions followed a motion raised by Senator Dickett Plank and Senator Dachungun Wagong, who warned that insecurity is once again escalating in Plateau State, particularly in Kanam and Jos North areas. Opening the debate, Plank described the situation as deeply troubling, noting that Plateau, once wildly known for its calm atmosphere and tourism appeal, is slipping back into cycles of violence after a period of relative peace.
While many were enjoying their Sunday evenings and many others returning from evening services, scores were killed and many injured. Senate further note that this recent attack appears to be a well-coordinated and well-orchestrated targeting defenseless citizens in a densely populated area bubbling with social, economic, and religious activities on a Sunday evening when citizens are going about their businesses, oblivious of the dangers around them.
Plank emphasized that the killings are not isolated incidents, but part of a growing pattern of coordinated attacks. He stressed the need for decisive federal intervention, warning that continued inaction could embolden perpetrators and further destabilize the region. Other senators echoed his concerns, pointing out that the crisis has evolved beyond simple communal clashes and now involves a complicated mix of economic pressures, ethnic tensions, and religious divisions.
What is the fate of our security summit now? Because the same thing is happening everywhere. The same solutions we are adopting. We cannot have a different result unless we go back to the drawing board and look for different ways. In Plateau State, there's a division, a complete division of Nigerian armed forces. When I was governor, it happened like that. Just within 50 yards, several people were killed. Nothing happened. Today, it was during the Lent, I won't say the Lent, on Palm Sunday, where people were killed. But before then, there were viral reports of people saying on so day, there will be killings. And on so day, there were killings. What will the security be doing now when events like this happen? Surprisingly, it has even moved into security. Like he said, in his constituency, soldiers were killed. Captains, lieutenant colonel were all killed, slaughtered.
You have 1 minute remaining because of time?
Yes. I'm only summarizing and agreeing in total with everything said by Dickett Plank, but also to say we must hasten this security summit if it will yield any result. Otherwise, the killings will continue.
Senator Simon Lalong highlighted the urgency of restoring peace, noting that the recurrence of violence threatens livelihoods and undermines years of reconciliation efforts. He called for stronger collaboration between federal and state authorities.
Recently in my senatorial district, during fasting, carelessly they went in Dandime local government, they killed about 18 people. And most of these people are ISWAP and they are operating in Africa. And these people are trained professionals to kill and maim people throughout Africa. It's not only in Nigeria. So government is doing enough to ensure that peace and security, no government, no responsible government will allow people to be killed. But what is important, Mr. President, my respected colleagues, there is need to have a synergy in all the security agencies we have to avert this very unfortunate situation. And there is need also, anybody that is found, there is no need of wasting time taking him to prison or something. He need to be dealt with accordingly. Because it happens in Borno, we are losing a lot of men and
it should be dealt with according to the law.
So, Mr. President, I suggest that this unfortunate situation need to have a committed punishment that is supposed to be taken to firing squad.
Senator Mohammed Daduse urged the Senate to move beyond rhetoric by ensuring that the proposed National Security Summit delivers actionable solutions, not just discussions. He stressed the need for practical outcomes that address root causes.
The frequency at which these people arrive is worrisome. And what are we going to do about it? We are admonishing that a sincere and heavy approach to this type of wickedness should.
Thank you. Your time is up. 1 minute.
Senator Dachungyang reiterated the fears of local communities, describing a climate of anxiety and displacement. He appealed for immediate security reinforcement in vulnerable areas and long-term strategies to prevent recurrence. Reaffirming the government's constitutional duty to protect lives and property, the Senate called on security agencies to shift from reactive responses to proactive measures. These include establishing permanent security outposts in high-risk zones, strengthening intelligence gathering, and increasing recruitment into the police and armed forces.
Prayer 2, direct the Inspector General of Police to commence investigations and bring the culprits to face the full wrath of the law. Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Send a high-power delegation led by the incumbent President of the Senate to the crisis areas to condole with the Plateau people and the victims. Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Deputy Senate President Jibrin Barrow underscored the importance of a coordinated national approach, stating that security challenges across the country require unified strategies and sustained political will to overcome. The Senate concluded by urging swift implementation of these measures, warning that failure to act decisively could allow the situation in Plateau State to deteriorate further.
They are fighting over there. You see, they are fighting. The thing is not funny. You see, they are fighting. The situation is tense. People are angry.